the many hurricanes that have plagued the Atlantic coast in the last few decades, Dora has proved to be one of the most devastating. As she blew herself out with the last flounce, the people of Florida and Georgia were opening the door on more than $200 million in damage. Most of the devastation was across the northern neck of Florida and the Georgia border. Beach areas suffered from erosion, and this is the scene that confronted the presidential jet as Mr. Johnson flew south to make a personal survey. His plane skims the scudding ocean at 500 feet, and from the starboard side he sees shorefront homes battered by wind, undermined by sea, and tumbled into heaps of debris. The presidential plane landed for a first-hand inspection at Jacksonville Beach, one of Florida's hardest-hit areas. The president said that the damage was much worse than he expected and promised that all of the facilities of government would be at the disposal of the distressed people. The president concludes his tour at San Simon Island in Georgia. Mr. Johnson has declared the devastated sections of both states disaster areas. This will enable homeowners and businessmen to obtain federal loans for rebuilding. Such aid will help heal the horrible scars left by Hurricane Dora. In the same Atlantic City Hall where the Democrats chose their presidential candidates, there's another hot contest being waged, the Miss America pageant. There are lots of eyes on Miss Arizona. She's the ultimate winner. Miss Arkansas is another favorite with the crowd among the 5 finalists. She's destined to place second. After being judged in evening gowns, they are presented in seaside attire, and Miss Arizona still looks good to the judges and to us. Meanwhile, Miss West Virginia is rounding those last curves to capture third place. Then the highly dramatic moment for the 5 finalists and for the spectators as the curtain opens on the quintet of hopefuls. The Miss America title is worth $75,000 to the winner, and that pot of gold goes to Vonda Kay Van Dyke, Miss Arizona. The new Queen of Beauty receives her crown to begin a year's reign as the fairest in the land. There are floods of tears as usual, tears of joy. You know how it is. A beauty queen never rains, but it pours. The New Hampshire town of Salem goes down in history as the scene of the first legalized sweepstakes in the U.S., as 11 horses get away in the race that decides the winners. Nearly 2 million sweeps tickets were sold, and there are 6 hopeful holders on each entry. The winner is worth $100,000 for each lucky ticket, $50,000 second, and $25,000 for third. The race is incidental to the sweeps excitement that has raised $2.5 million for New Hampshire's educational system. Coming first to the wire on the outside is Roman Brother, and as he nips Knightly Manor and Purser in the home stretch, he makes 6 persons delirious with joy. His half-blank victory means $50,000 more for each of them. A foul claim causes a few palpitations, but it's disallowed, and the race and the sweeps winners have been decided. We'll bet you know who the big winner was. That's right. Uncle Sam was right there in the winner's circle.